Huh?
If you're in the village and your heart's been broken,
Calvin,
bro.
tread carefully.
No.
What do you do? We're trying to do a Mike country wide tour.
No.
We're trying to go to a
Bam, listen.
and we ran out of the place.
If your kienyeji babe has broken your heart in Sharks, bro, and you're a kienyeji nigga.
Wow.
No, I get what you're gonna go on tour. No, listen.
Wait, no, I want to hear this one.
No, bro, come on. Me, I've operated in Sharks, man. I used to spend time with my shosho and my whatever. Like,
So when you
there weren't that many hotties out there.
From your perspective as a guy from the countryside.
No, if you're a guy who's like, I said environment, right?
Yeah.
So if you're like in Sharks and your heart's been broken, bro, you just need to you need to continue going to play volleyball with the lads, those kind of things, or football. You get no, Yanni, there's no babes over there, Banati. You're just gonna be over here. Yeah.
Man,
unless you wanna, or you probably have to move from this one tea plantation to another. You know, this kind of things.
The mics are blood clot open. Check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late.
Yo, another one upon you, man.
Damn, okay.
Wow, it's that Friday, the first of the month.
Another one upon you. Yeah, man, episode 154 of the mics are open. Big C.
Big A. I'm Ashley. Ashley's back, okay?
Ashley's back.
They didn't keep the energy, bro.
I wouldn't. No, I was just going to say Neville. Neville, man.
Man, another Friday. How you guys been? Everything Chris on your end?
No, how you been?
How have I been?
Man's
Where you been?
international guy.
Where I was? Minko Salama, I'm just... how would I say it? I'm nice. I'm just acclimatizing.
Hey, but we're
Acclimatizing.
Yes.
How was
Okay.
Dubai, bro?
Dubai was nice.
The expo.
Boss, did I on the minisode we touched on it, right? But I
but
didn't
you
really
didn't get
quite
into the
tell you
expo.
guys about the expo. So the
Yeah.
expo, of course, it was postponed. It was supposed to be in 2020, so they did it in 2020. Can I just say the Kenya pavilion was absolute shit?
Damn.
What? Wow. It was underwhelming. But the one that I loved, that was so real, was Central African Republic. Manze, they just had one key speaker blaring out like Nini. What do you call it? Like Lingala tunes.
you're biased.
Manze, they didn't even have like nothing much to show. I was just like, and then what was dope about it is this, right? So they had like a small curio shop with guys, of course, guys from the country selling. Man, those guys were arguing with people, bana. It doesn't get more African than that. But what was impressive was the one from like Germany. You needed to book in advance. The one for Saudi Arabia, which was huge as you'd expect, rich people.
Why was ours underwhelming, though?
Ours was underwhelming because when you look at everything that other people were presenting, it's an expo. A lot of people went to expo to see what other countries are doing. So it's a representation of what we have. Ours looked like, you know when you work on a PPT, for a presentation, it looked like a PPT that had been printed with a backdrop, and then like there was one that said fintech. We just came from having a whole, what do you call it, a whole fintech conference, for lack of a better word, a couple of days. I always said fintech, and you know, of course, we always have to mention Safaricom, and below Safaricom was Tala, and that was it.
Wow.
In terms of fintech, and I was just like, wow.
What were you expecting?
I expected for us to showcase like a lot, like let's say Hakuna Matata and all of that, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. But the one, but guys, the one that really kind of made me feel really bad was the counter book. You know, the visitor's signature book. Man, was just a counter book. You know, kumbuka, the ones we used to use like in primary school.
Yeah.
Those ones, yeah. So other countries represented, but what I loved about the expo, first and foremost, you can't really go everywhere. It's too massive. There was one place called the African Dining Hall.
Wow.
What, it has African food?
It was just Africa. Man, there's a time, so I was just like, okay, you have to taste some jollof, Bruh, it was just bare white people on the queue.
I can imagine.
I'm just like, Jungle Fever Max. Yeah, so but it was a good experience. Like we always say on the podcast, you know, you get to go for this different kind of things to see what's happening on the planet.
True.
But what was dope? Shout out to everybody who sent me a message and was like, "Yo, I listened to the mics are open." I had a guy who was willing to come 40 kilometers from where he was at to come whatever. Shout out to Twingies as well. You remember last time we were in
with him?
Twingies. So he moved from Dubai. He's in Abu Dhabi. So he has to. You know, it's a drive down, right? But man even sent me a whole pass for Expo.
Nice.
2020. He was like, go to this restaurant. There's a lady called who. She's gonna give you a 50% discount. I'm like, hey, Twinsies, bana. Bro, home even. Yeah, he was like, bro,
First time
it was real.
He got us a whole bucket of chicken, man.
Yeah,
We
man.
were so
Nice.
hungry.
Yeah, he's a real one. So shout out to him.
You gotta feed the guys.
Yeah, man.
I love
But yeah,
it.
man, that's me. How you guys, man? What's going on? Fuel shortage, you know?
Yeah, we were coming up short in Dubai and also back home, and the fuel was not, rising
It's
to the
not
occasion.
Brother.
It's not
So man, it's
fueling.
been a crazy week. When you see hashtags like fuel shortage and blah blah blah, it of course sends you into some sort of panic.
Yeah.
It reminds me the first time guys were saying, "Oh, there's COVID and there's stuff," and you don't really know what's really going
When
on.
tissue was running out.
Yeah, guys were
For
shopping,
what reason?
Yeah, guys really have to tell us what was that tissue deal.
Yeah.
Because hey,
They knew
10
something.
pack, man.
They knew
Really-
something we
They knew
don't.
something, yeah.
yeah. It was crazy shopping and whatnot. So it was also crazy this week. Just seeing lines, queues at petrol stations and stuff. So for me, I'm just like, what's really going on? Because we definitely know it's not Russia.
Yeah, it's not.
We've blamed Russia and Ukraine. Thoughts and prayers to them, but we blamed them enough, and we clearly know it's not them. So, Calvin, you're our guy. You're our deep state guy.
Man, so basically what happens is so the government has a deal with the oil marketers. So the oil marketers are your Shells, Rubis and all of those different kind of things. So basically the government has actually been cushioning us from the actual cost. So fuel would be higher. Right? So they've been cushioning us. So what the government does to the oil marketers, it tells them, don't give it to them at 150, give it to them at 130. So the minus, the government gives to them. Right?
Ooh,
so
government,
basically,
you want us to
Gava
give you
hadn't been
cookies.
paying.
Oh, damn.
So they hadn't paid, right? So these
there was
guys were like,
withholding.
they were like, listen, you don't want to pay us our money?
You're
we
not
know.
getting fuel.
Yeah. So you see how it's been one of those very tricky situations. So the president on Tuesday signed up that whole, cushioning thing, 34 billion. But man, I think it's time we just bought electric cars.
Listen, I bought a bike. I was ready to cycle everywhere. A bicycle. I was
Really?
ready to cycle everywhere. But I've been seeing the lines are less now. So that's not a bad thing. Hopefully they reduce to like the bare minimum completely.
crazy.
Because it's still a hot mess. Like guys are still like going out in the middle of the night to look for fuel.
I was shocked to not see any demonstrations, to be honest. Like,
That's a good point.
because I was like, whenever there's something like this, there's like, no offense, but there's a group out there that is gonna be out there for us. So I'm just like, has that culture died? Because us just tweeting about it is not enough. Not saying that guys should go out there and demonstrate, but it's just like, where is Okio Mutata when you need him? So I'm just
Why
like,
hasn't he changed himself?
why hasn't
To a
something
fuel
happened,
pump?
like because even prices just like the way we all joke about it, that there's a photo of the president when he was trying to get us to vote for him at a certain time, and there's a photo that
When it's been rained on.
when it's being rained on,
Yeah.
a campaign photo, and you could see the fuel prices in the background, and you look at them now and you're just like, my goodness me, like we just take it
happened?
every single day, and I'm just like, wow, I don't know what my kids will say about whatever is happening right now.
Facts.
But let me ask you guys something. When in high school, did you guys ever go through any kind of rationing when it came to the food? Like the school trying to send a message.
Yes, and then
Like
we would
they
send
ration
a,
something
and
like
then we
fruits.
would send a message back by then. Hey, Domine Waka.
Never.
And then we would send a message allegedly.
I mean, I can speak on
Ashley,
it.
you know,
I'm
we know
not-
you can't relate. So,
Mapambano.
cannot relate.
Calvin, never.
I think there were times they tried to pull some nonsense.
Apart
See,
from the
you're
petrol.
right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think, but the nonsense was not towards the DH, right? It was them talking about the tuck shop, right? They were like, it's gonna, oh yeah. So I remember the canteen, tuck shop, whatever. So it used to be opened every single morning for breakfast, right? It was opened at 10 o'clock as well. And it was opened after dinner. So these motherfuckers were trying to say it's only gonna be opened once a day. We're like,
That's not happening.
listen, bro. I love you know me, I'm from the era of half loaf was 11, Bob.
Damn. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
Austin.
11. But 11, 12 up with you. You guys,
No. Us two, and then it was one block.
yeah, it
You
was
both
one
flow.
block. There was no
Yeah.
sliced.
Yeah.
And man. So
Yeah.
I remember those guys. Non comprende.
And bagels. And
Cinnamon
croissants.
rolls.
Yeah, stop attacking me without attacking me. Do it with your chest.
But on the real, how much is like half loaf right now? There's no half loaf?
You buy the whole thing.
No,
On
are you
that
trying to tell me, guys in high school,
No,
you have
I'm
to
sure,
buy the.
I'm sure in the estate I can go to a certain shop.
Yeah,
How much
of
is
course.
bread?
Wait,
Bread
bread
is
are there.
55, right?
I think so.
I
half
don't
of
remember
that
the last
is
time I ate
like-
bread, bro.
Yeah, let's
Half
say
is 35.
half is 35. Yeah,
Right
Yeah,
now?
half of it.
Are you serious?
A full loaf of bread is like
Oh my
70 bob
God.
right now.
Yeah, because I remember one time
Jeez.
when we used to buy eggs at 3 bob.
What? You and Kenyatta?
Kwani ulianza lini?
Bro,
No, wewe aya metusela tuchapie basi.
no. I see.
Tuchapie
Bro,
basi. You are buying them with what? Oh, you are butter trading. I forgot.
Shells.
Makosa ni yangu.
man,
You are butter trading. What did you exchange it with, Calvin?
three
A
bob.
flock of sheep.
No, I see, seriously.
Y'all
So you guys are trying to.
Nah. Let's take it around.
Three bob.
Austin, how
For me, okay,
how
my
much-
thing is this. I actually don't remember.
An egg was like 3 bob, bro.
Are you serious?
Wewe ulikuwa unabuy na ngapi? Tuchapie.
Well,
Kwanza ulikuwa unabuy, ulikuwa unaenda kwa shop
That's
kubuy
the
bro,
hizi vitu.
question.
no, here's the thing. My surname is Wa Chicken, right? We used to have a chicken thingy. My granny used to have some. So they've always been sent over.
That's why
Oh,
this
so you
nigga
never
can't
used to
relate,
buy
bro.
the eggs. You used
Oh,
to
It's
pick
a
me
the
have
price.
eggs.
started,
Eggs
listen, me have
Three
started
bob.
buying eggs as
Where's
when
the
I
money
started
to
living
sell
alone.
eggs?
Yeah,
Yo,
like in
G.
uni.
Your homie
Yeah.
will come collect your nigga, bro.
Bro, 3 bob. So that means what? 24 times 3. A crate was going for like how much now?
I don't remember
before
how
you
much
get
for
into all
crate.
those politics, I just wanted to show, like right now, I think recently I went to the shop and an egg was 15 bob.
Yeah.
I don't know if you all have gone, but it's varying now, and I'm just like, wow, we've gotten to such a place where it's the normal thing now. You know, we're used to those high prices. So, yo, as you're listening to this guy who's asking for your vote the next time, just be.
And
I
then
don't-
it's
I
the
don't-
same
It's the
guys
same faces.
in and out.
Honestly,
It's
different
like season
promises,
2,
same guys.
this is like
Same script.
this is
Just
like
the same script.
this
same-
is like
same
season
cast.
5. But you know what's actually crazy? I don't think Kenyans really give a fuck, to be
Not
honest.
anymore,
Crazy.
honestly.
No,
Not anymore.
Where will it get for us to give a fuck?
No, my thing is this, right?
We have to start fighting in
Look
the
at it.
streets
Look
or
at
what?
it.
No.
Clear example of what we've just discovered, right? So we've said a loaf of bread. This is like uko. This is the mid 2000s. It was like 11 bob or something, bro. We've just heard it's 35 bob. Come on, think about it. Do you know the other day I was looking at the exchange rate for the Kenya shilling to the dollar?
Yeah, it's
My
madness.
God. 117 to 118.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shit's nuts.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, right, like this has been a perfect example. We've not had fuel for what? For close to a week. That's enough for people to actually hit the streets. Like, what the fuck else do you need?
It needs to get to a
But
point.
what if
Our streets have become the Twitter streets. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
proceed.
yeah, but what if you complain about something that affects everything and then what? Because you know it's going to be a ripple effect. Because once fuel has been affected or oil has been affected, you know everything else is coming
gonna
in
be-
next. Like right
yeah.
now, the price of milk has also gone up. So it's cause and effect. So like, okay, I'll complain right now, and I know everything else is coming. So why complain? Let's just sit down and absorb the effects of
No,
inflation.
but we touched on it on the minisode. Up until when? That's a problem. Every single time we say, okay, this happened, that happened. Cool, we're comfortable. Everybody is just like, there's no fuel. Guys are more comfortable asking each other, where can I get fuel? Make a joke about it. The deputy president is saying this and that. The government is saying, listen, you guys are buying fuel. Blame it on yourselves. Like it's just a pointing game, right?
I guess.
Remember what Boniface Mwangi said? I think we've kind of touched on it, right? Everybody's always tweeting at him and saying, yo, mobilize, we hit the streets. The guy said, how about you guys organize? I'll pull up. Because he's been doing that for so
Years.
damn long. Guys
And
don't
thank
get
you
it.
to everyone who's stood up in the past, because sometimes I think it just you grow up sometimes and these things happen and you don't take notice as you're growing up, but then you become of age and where you look around your society and you're just like, wow, this might be because of ABCD. Like, to be honest, it doesn't even give me psych to want to wake up in the morning to go and queue to try and cast my vote, because I'm like, what is the motivating factor into
Nothing,
into this and stuff? So to me, a lot of questions are in that ninio, but kama uko na dunia MCA, unajua ma MCA wamekuwa dunua drinks pale bado kidogo.
I think
Nowhere to go.
MCA bada.
I think now just like how G's always saying it, Kenya needs a dictator. Bro, I think that's what we actually need. We need a dictator. You know why? You know why I'm saying that? Because if we go back to like Kenyan history, when you think about the current bunch who are in parliament, or the former president, Mwai Kibaki, James Orengo, Wangari Maathai, Paul Moite, all of these guys who actually were hitting the streets and fighting for stuff, right? Moi was a dictator by some point, and in so many ways.
Yeah.
Bro, we've had multi-party democracy and everything since 1992. 1997 kind of there, right? When we had like proper elections. Bro.
Okay, let me ask you, yeah?
Damn.
What exactly is it that you want fixed? Is it the economy that is at the top of your list? Because you're like, if we get a dictator, then things are going to be aligned. What exactly is being fixed by there being a dictator?
Bro, what I'm trying to say is this. If there's a dictator, someone who's going to oppress us further, right? We probably will have people saying, you know what? Fuck it. Shit's done. You get? We live in a country that doesn't have a opposition.
Valid.
You get?
Yeah.
So what the fuck else? Because we've seen Take Two. This is, bro, we had a handshake. Guys, no opposition. Before that, we had 2007 Raila, Mwai Kibaki handshake again. Yes. No fucking opposition. So it's been close to about, maybe about 15, close to about 20 years of no fucking opposition. So shit is just going.
A country can't run without opposition.
So that's why I'm just like, let's have a fucking dictator. Someone who's just going to make us say, you know what? Fuck you. Well, now,
I sometimes that's why I envy Rwanda. Not saying they have a dictator or what, but Paul Kagame, manze.
President.
He makes that thing look so nice. So I'm just like, damn.
I see my Rwandese friends post up their president on their Instagram, and I'm like,
I'm like, seriously?
Oh God.
Post him up as a meme.
What? You're so proud of your president.
You put him up on your.
Check this out. You're not soft launching your boyfriend. You're not launching your boyfriend, but you're out here putting a whole ass president. And adding a caption how proud you are of your prezi, and I'm like, damn, I was just mixing that as a meme, bro.
Valid, but honestly, he's doing some big things. Like half of the things they do in Rwanda, we should be doing them because we have the capacity, we have the manpower as well, but we don't have the right. We don't have the right people in power. Tuachie, leave us kidogo angalau, you know. Anyway, I don't know.
You know what? Let's talk about something that was stolen. Grammys.
Wow.
Since we're talking about stealing.
Bomber class.
What?
Shout out to everybody who won.
Wait.
Let's get to the hit. How is an all-white American Jamaican band winning as the best reggae
album? Yeah.
Was it called Soja?
They're called Soja.
Yeah.
Soja. So that category, first and
And
foremost,
they have
Spice.
the nerve to say Jabless.
Man.
Jobless.
Now I want to go and listen to the album. I really need to go listen to that album.
Yo, I listened to one of their songs, right, on Monday when I was doing the show. So I was just like, because I was shocked, right? I'm
Yeah.
like, who the fuck is this? So one of their songs actually has 147 million views. And they're like, Kuko, 100, 147. They're actually very popular. Funny thing is this, they've actually been touring for 25 years.
And no one's heard about
No one!
We just
Like
have to
everyone's
find
just
And
like,
it's not
who the
Jamaican.
fuck is
Let me
Soja?
ask you, do they sound Jamaican?
Nah. The fact that they beat Sean DePaul, Pande River, a bottle of Moe. You know, how did they beat Spice?
But let me tell you why they
original
won.
dancehall queen now.
Let me tell you why they won.
need
And
Jimani
at
now.
the Grammys, to be very specific, They're what the white people think Jamaican music needs to sound like.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only reason they want.
To add salt to that injury, they didn't even give out best rap album. You know the way rap is big. Rap is like the biggest genre now. But they don't even give that on TV. They gave that Kando. Remember the way they used to do African acts at BET? Uko Kando. And it's crazy to me, but also big congratulations to Black Coffee.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he won a Grammy for the
that one
first
was
time.
that one was very dope, right?
And J. Cole getting his first Grammy on a collab with 21 Savage for a long.
I was listening to your show when you said that, and that shit. Guys, you have to think about how flawed the Grammys are, right?
Yeah.
So J. Cole, Nas, same category. Like Nas of all people, Nas only has one. You get J. Cole. This man has given you like proper. You get. Same thing applies to like when you think about like I use this as an example when Jay-Z was talking about DMX in 1998.
Yes.
Man dropped 2 albums, highest selling. Like
to
even
back,
Jay-Z was
1 year.
fucking afraid of DMX. They didn't consider him. Like, what the fuck else do you need?
I'd like to see what the criteria of picking winners is, honestly
those
speaking.
60-year-old
I
white
love-
men
yeah.
are not
Yeah.
I
allowed
love
that.
that. There's an analogy that was on the mini-sode. It's just some white guys who are like, I really like that album. You know
like
what?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give them
put
the
that.
So
Grammy.
you know what's interesting? You guys go
Makes
look
sense.
for the Grammys on YouTube, right? So there's a video of how like it begins with people being told sit, and then we start, right? When I Knew Shit Was Fucked was the first white lady who went and delivered a speech. She was representing the Academy. She did not look like she had any musical bone in her. Right? I swear to God, go on YouTube, search for the stream. It's about 3 hours, right?
Okay.
She delivered a speech and I was just like,
No creative
what
bone.
the fuck is
Zero.
that? And she was representing the Academy. But yeah, man, Whiskey FC, what are you guys saying?
Wait, Angela Kijo, ako sawa. She's our Mother Africa this sawa. But yeah, Whiskey FC, of course, they're always gonna cry. But yeah, Made in Lagos is still a
We
classic.
know Wagwan. We know Wagwan at the end of the day.
But yeah, but that was crazy. Also, red carpet wasn't as flashy as it usually is.
There's so many people on like the worst dressed. People were not making like it wasn't fun. It wasn't as
it
fun.
wasn't the
Maybe
usual
we can
ting.
say maybe they lost the like
The flair?
Yeah, the flair because it's been a while since they did it. But I don't know. Let me just talk about this.
This
The glam bot was dope as fuck though.
The what?
The glam bot, the one that it started with like the 360 thingy.
Oh,
The
that one
slow
that-
mo-ish.
Yes.
Ah,
Now
yeah.
it's the slow
been
mo
seeing a
thing.
lot of
That
that.
one was
Teams
lit.
there.
I like that.
Oh, that's what the babes like out there.
I
We need
mean,
that in
it's
Kenya,
fun.
right?
We see
boom.
you see the way the 360 came, dominated, and then
Guys
it just
overdid
died.
it. Yeah, guys overdid
Have you guys ever been on that 360?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
It's
You
a little
haven't?
trippy though.
I haven't.
You're not missing out on
It's
anything.
you have not missed a big thing.
They've disappeared now.
But then
so.
again, guys, why do you think the Grammys, like the red carpet, was shit? Was because Mr. Off-White is in heaven now. Man, like,
Oh, they disrespected Virgin to
boy.
call him a
Yeah.
hip hop designer.
Yes.
That was disgusting.
I
That
saw
was
the tweets
disgusting.
I saw the tweets and I was just like, hey, okay, I see where they're coming from. We can't say he's a hip hop designer, but he was
Designer,
so
yeah,
much
he's a
bigger
fashion
than that.
model.
yeah,
embraced him.
He
yeah.
was so much bigger.
I mean,
but I don't know.
going to be creative director of LV. LV is like huge.
Yeah.
Very, very white as well.
Yeah.
But
Valid.
let me ask this. Like, year in, year out, academy in, academy out. Like, we know these things are going to happen. Why do we get vexed every
True.
year? It's like we know, you know what? They're going to mess it up.
disrespect.
And we're going to get vexed because we know they're going to mess it up.
I think
And then
we,
they mess it up and then we get vexed.
we hold the Grammys with such high regard, but also we forget them, right? So we'll be like, Wizkid, oh fuck, you didn't meet the Grammy, right? Then we forget about it by next week. We'll be like, yo, Essence, big bad album, man. Yo, we start playing it, right? He hits us with a new project. Then he gets a nomination. We're like, oh,
Trendy.
damn, he got a nomination. But I feel why there was actually hope and why guys are very disappointed was because Bana had already won it. And Bana won with, guys, let's
Yeah,
fucking call it.
African
That
giant.
that was not...
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
You get
The-
so
yeah,
now
that's
Made in
bad.
Lagos, which is such a dope project, and then your grandma's favorite album goes and wins.
Spiritual,
Favorite
eh.
grandmas. God damn it.
Like, have you guys
Its
listened to
own.
Angelique Kidjo's album?
No?
No.
But you know
No,
she
not like-
performed in
Later.
front of Donald Trump and all of that. You saw
Yeah,
her,
we-
like
she's
performed.
a big deal.
She's a big
She's a
name.
big deal.
Yeah.
All
Definitely.
respect.
But-
But for the
whiskey.
culture right now, I don't think so.
But you know,
I don't.
We're getting the culture from the perspective of Nokinabana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, let's sample your music, let's have you on my album and all
Yes.
that. They're not like, Angelique Kidjo.
Plus we broke those barriers as usual.
guys,
Yeah.
so let me ask you guys,
Tuambele.
with everything that's happening in the music industry and everything, what's your take on the billboards now going and announcing, and now they have an Afrobeats chart? Is it too little, too late? They're playing catch up. They're just trying to appease us kidogo. Ama it's Akina Beyonce who are influencing them kidogo because of brown skin girl
That too.
and all of that.
Yeah.
Huh?
I
That
think
too.
now the Western world they've always acknowledged it, but now it's become like a part of their life. Like a lot of people, they'll be like, I'm from Africa, and they're just like, oh, Afrobeats, oh, you know, they talk about Nigerian music or Afrobeat music in general. So I feel like they've decided, okay, it's about time that we put it. Also, I think to generate a different kind of audience that they've never had before. So I mean, yeah.
I don't
People
know.
are picking notes from Afrobeats, Afro sounds,
Bro, like I was looking at that chart, right? So top 5, Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber is now my official culture vulture. He's 2 features in. Between 1 and 5. He's featured on 2, right? So, and this is Justin Bieber, bro. What is African about Justin Bieber? Not that
Nothing.
suit he wore.
I found the right song to remix. I
Yeah,
guess.
Oh.
More like Ed Sheeran.
but
Yeah.
yeah, but which one do you?
That's the quickest way to get up there.
Okay, cool. Justin Bieber, Ed Sheeran. Who do you feel did more justice?
Of course, Ed Sheeran. But to tell you this, the song that Justin Bieber jumped on was already such a big
He
tune.
was not needed.
Exactly, but that shows
It
you how big
didn't
of a
need
tune.
any other body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
Nobody.
But that shows you how big of a song Essence was.
Yeah.
Like, even without Justin Bieber doing
It was-
nothing to it,
It was
had
sour.
this this ranking of African music system, had it come at a time when this album was fresh, then definitely it will have been there for the consideration. So I guess it was the right alignment or aligning for Justin Bieber. Okay, I'm playing devil's advocate because we know there's a chance that they're probably manipulating the numbers behind the
yeah.
scenes,
Oh yeah.
which they always do.
Man, but that thing kind of broke my heart, right? Because thinking about how Made in Lagos is such a successful album for Wizkid, right? In terms of Afrobeats, his album actually is platinum in the US. Bro, in the US. Imagine Wizkid, right? I don't know much about Angelique, right? You guys were having this conversation on a podcast before, you, Nev, and G, when G was in the States, right? And he said how he's jumping into an Uber, boom, boom, and
Yeah,
you know,
it's
it's taking
Afrobeats.
over, right?
Yeah.
So when you look at all of that has happened, and then pop, bro, I was looking at guys' Twitter handles like Spinall, everyone just felt robbed to the point where Angelique had to block her her Instagram comments. Guys were
Because,
going
these things can also set up a good artist who doesn't have bad intentions.
Yeah.
Like they'll put you in a space where you'll be attacked by the people that you are putting your art out there for.
For.
So I'd understand why she do that, and you can't fault her for that.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Anyway, stolen.
Was this us trying to resuscitate the podcast? Because it's taken a different turn.
But what I think we definitely need to have on the continent, and also maybe in the 254. I can't wait for us to have podcast awards.
Okay.
Have there been?
I don't know. I hear about it in the States and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know in Africa and I don't know in Kenya. In Kenya, they already killed Chaguola, Timizi and what?
Damn,
Yeah, we still have nostalgia.
No,
as
let me
Kenyans
ask
for
you
that
something,
song.
Calvin. Do you think this is going to be an honest system? Like, we've even seen
We would have
how
made such an entrance
the search for artists, DJs, and all that has been going.
Calvin, I know you're thinking like me. What an entrance would make into Chagola Tinis as the mics are open, man. Say, Bombo cleared.
Would be dope. Would be.
5 choppers.
Have you guys
Would
seen
probably
the video?
what you call it, skydive. And Nev can puke again. But you know what?
When guys were checking in,
Yeah.
it was lit.
For what?
With fire
Or for
trucks.
Nini for
No
Chago?
way.
Bruh.
Guys used to come on chariots. Shout out Kendrick.
Oh,
I love it.
Styles used to do that. You know what is
it's
actually crazy? Why I was
crazy.
laughing was, and by the way, shout out to, I shouldn't have laughed, right? This is gonna look very bad. It was a conversation G and I were having, right? So there was some guys on Twitter who were like, "Yo, real talk. You guys drop your stats for your podcast, right?" And
Why?
yeah, one of these fine days, like a couple of days
That's
ago,
crazy.
and then
You're disgusting. Why do you want the stats if you're not paying for something?
and guys, once again, I'm not laughing at any content creator, but I loved it, right? I loved to see how someone said, you know what? I've now started getting 200 listens, and I see that I'm growing.
That's dope.
That was really dope.
That's hella dope,
Even
man.
5, 10,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
that was really dope. But anyway, if we had podcast awards, that'd be quite
You
interesting.
think we'd nab it? Number 1.
No question. Talking about nabbing, guys. Right? Let's switch up the tempo. It's a furahi day nini. We have the lockdown sessions, yes. Of course, we have DJ Wanyama.
Yes.
And
How's
and who
Wanyama
else?
doing?
Wanyama and Heno, yes. ZJ Heno, of
Heno.
course.
The high priest.
High priest. That is definitely a big one. So Wanyama, DJ Wanyama and ZJ Heno are going to be on the lockdown. So look out for that. And of course, you know where to be in the morning there with the grouchy dat. So
Wake up call.
moving on. Let us talk about something. If you haven't yet, please like, share, subscribe. If you're on Spotify, make sure you tell people about us. When you're
Fanya
listening to
ile kitu,
this,
maze.
share it on Twitter, man. So enjoy vibes peke yako, you know. Guys, there's this term that I see out there. I'll translate it later for international audiences.
A.K.A. Ashley.
And Jimani.
Wow,
Yeah, Jimani and group
wow.
of schools. So there's this phrase, Kurudi Soko, or Kuoga na Kurudi Soko. For our international audience, it is going back to the market after especially a breakup.
That was such a direct translation.
Going back to the market.
I was gonna flex over there. I was gonna
Okay.
be like,
yeah.
I know.
Repackaging yourself.
Translate.
50 marks.
Yeah,
Do you want a
translate.
description too?
Twende
You want to
kazi.
break
Let's go,
it down?
let's do that.
It means when you're going back to the streets, okay? I even have a video for it. I got a video for this, okay?
Going back
to the streets.
Kurudi Soko.
Mewachana, mesema isova, hakuna back and forth no more. Okay? We go back to the streets. 50
Umesa ile pati ya kuoga ili kwa 25 marks.
Oh no!
Yoni kurudi soko. Ile
Listen.
kuoga.
Kurudi Soko is now like going back to the streets. Kuoga is when you've broken up with someone or something has ended and you come back and you're like 10 times hotter than you
Apo
were.
sasa.
And you're just like, listen,
Yeah.
you left all of this.
So it's
Okay.
actually a thing, eh?
Yeah, it's a thing,
It's
bro.
always
man.
a thing.
There's that
Kama
term
umekuwa
for-
ukiumia, this is why.
Wow,
And I'm
like
sure most of us have been in that stage where, you know, you're from something and you're trying to get back your glow up. People go to the gym, unanyoa
Oh, yeah.
nywele kidogo, unajua new hairstyles hapa na pale. So I just wanted you guys to like, when you hear this term, because I'm sure you'll have come across it, or audience as Ashley has translated 48 marks out of 50. What's pata yote, man?
Give me
Hey.
49, thanks.
Yeah. But yeah, what do you guys understand by that term, Andy?
Ngoja before nijibu. Have you ever changed the color of your hair?
Actually, I dyed it really black the
Therapeutic.
other day. But yeah, I've had maroon. I had dreads once upon a time, and they were so red, like extremely red.
Was
okay,
it something
Evanescence.
just drastic you did? Cause I'm getting something lately from different conversations, and many guys seem to agree that if she's never changed her hair color, then you didn't do enough damage.
Wow, that's toxic as fuck.
Neville.
This is the point. Man here, kama nina kina nani?
Never left his boy. That's it. But no.
no, but ladies do a lot of stuff, like especially shaving their hair.
Yeah.
Oh, that too,
That-
yes.
I'd go for shaving hair way more than coloring their
Coloring
hair.
hair is true.
Shaving their hair, man, been around the block on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Word is when a babe shaves her hair. I mean, I've seen it as well. When a babe
Calvin has
like
sent
chops.
many to the barber shop.
Wow.
Chukua mbao.
So he's the one-
No, nini alikuwa anasema
He's the one
nitakupiga
you're talking
20
about.
bob ya nyoa safi kama
Calvin
balloon.
gets commissions, bro.
No,
Nakuletea
but
moja
it
sahi.
happens. It happens.
It's true.
I've seen all of that. Like, I mean, but listen, we have a lady in the building. She's definitely in a better position to tell
I've
us.
never done it though, but I've heard that like when a babe shaves their hair, and I've seen it too. Yeah, like it's almost like a new start.
New growth.
Let's do this again. Yeah. Also chopping off like the bad vibes that
Oh
that
my.
nigga came with,
Oh,
or
wow.
So
such
the
a
man will be
situation.
there now has the bad vibes and
But you
Let me
know,
tell you something
but
interesting.
hair is very spiritual.
It is, but
Yeah.
let me tell you
Samson
something.
and Delilah, bro.
When you're in a toxic situation, you'll realize a lot of things don't like grow personally, or even like your hair. Like it will not grow.
This is
I promise you. I promise you.
What started growth because of
It's
toxicity?
true.
Wow.
Why do you think you chop the hair off so that you can start
'Cause you're
afresh
mad.
and live? Wow.
No, like
Wow.
not mad, but you're angry. Like
Oh.
this
like,
this is you.
He liked this
No,
hair.
yeah. This
But you know
is
that's interesting. That's from a lady's perspective. What about from a guy's perspective? What do guys do?
Tunaingia gym. For guys, if we're being real, okay, we can. Okay, anyway. But
No, I
if
mean,
we're
let's-
being kind of real. As a guy, you just want to get under a body.
And you
Being
continue with
real.
the flow.
Yeah, you just ni kama ile kurinse, like getting a fresh towel,
Rinse, repeat.
like just squeezing it out, just getting it. Any kutoka kwa system. I'm trying to be politically
No,
correct.
no. Let's be honest. And is this something you've actually done? Like,
So can we say that yes, but subconsciously?
Yeah, not intentionally.
Yeah, cause I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't aware of quote unquote glow up, cause where after I got out of some toxic situation, ndo nilikuwa napata comments like, you're looking healthier. You're
okay.
looking
You
brighter.
don't gain weight, nigga.
Yeah. You've gained some weight and all that. And previously it was, hey, Andy, you're losing a lot of weight, man. Yo, this semester
Are you not being fed?
Yo, if only you
But
know.
no one is usually that thing. There's a relationship weight. Sometimes you add, sometimes
Yes.
You're not.
Yeah, so I guess not having that energy didn't put me in that space of thinking, damn, you know what, I need to get all the bodies I can get, I need to hit the gym. No, I was still doing the very same things that I was doing, but if you're happier, then it's
It
gonna show.
shows. True.
I think honestly it's an environmental kind of thing.
Okay,
Right?
break it down.
No. So it's one of those things where it's a city problem. It's not really a village problem, right? If you're in the village and your heart's been broken,
Calvin,
bro.
tread carefully.
No.
What do you do?
We're trying to do a Mike's Open country-wide tour.
especially-
We're trying to go to
No.
Eldoret
Bam, listen.
and be ran out of the
If your
place.
kienyeji babe has broken your heart in
Wow.
Sharks, bro, and you're a kienyeji nigga.
Wow.
No, I get what we're gonna go on tour.
Breaks your heart. What do you
I
do?
am not
No,
involved.
like listen.
Wait, tunawapenda.
Wait, no, I want to hear this one.
No, bro, come on. Me, I've operated in Sharks, man. I used to spend time with my shosho and my whatever. Like,
So when you tell
there
us from
weren't
your
that many
perspective.
hotties out there.
From
you
your
get.
perspective as a guy from the countryside.
No, if you're a guy who's like, I said environment, right?
Yeah.
So if you're like in Sharks and your heart's been broken, bro, you just need to you need to continue going to play volleyball with the lads, those kind of things, or football. You
Let's just go.
No, Yanni, there's no babes over there, Banati. You're just gonna be over here. Yeah.
Man, them, you would
Unless
have
you
even
wanna,
said Gololi.
unless you wanna, or you probably have to move from this one tea plantation to another. You know, this kind of things.
So in this case, you're
Yo,
saying
that would be
in
serious,
the
Calvin.
city,
Yeah, like I don't want you in this tea
If my homie
plantation.
moved from the homestead to another homestead because of Shodi.
what he's saying now in the city,
That is effective.
if you used to drink somewhere, you have to
Yeah.
move to now Kiamburu.
Exactly.
Kama ulikuwa
Yeah.
BNB,
So you get-
unaingia
you
move
Kiamburu.
somewhere else.
Yeah,
This is the
bro,
best.
it is what it is, bro.
This is the
You
best.
know what I
Let me
mean?
actually ask: if you end something with someone, and you used to go
You can't.
somewhere to
You
oh,
can't.
whoa, let me finish, honey.
That's what she said.
And you used to go somewhere together. Who stops going?
Oh, if I introduced you.
to the place.
Yeah.
So if you introduced me, I stop going.
Yeah.
But I like the place.
Whoever
Gosh.
is the
I got
chicken,
my next
that's the
nigga
one
from that.
who's going to stop coming. If you stop coming, I know you're a chicken. You've never gotten over this situation.
And what if I
I still
continue
affect
coming?
you
See,
like
we're
that.
easy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's as simple as that.
Great.
No, my thing is this. Listen, you know me, I go to a particular place, a restaurant. I introduced you to it. When we were chatting, I used to tell you, I love this place. I go here. Why the fuck would you want to bring your
'Cause I
energy
like the
towards it?
place.
No.
I like the food.
There's
I like
a
the
lot
people.
of restaurants. Go look for another
Ashley,
place.
you're not going to win this
Damn.
one.
No,
It's
go
not
look
the
for
first time we've had
Yeah.
this on the podcast.
That's why we've let
Yeah.
Calvin handle it.
He's passionate about
Yeah,
it.
that one you're not going to win.
No, like, and also I'm a
Don't touch
respecter.
my road. I showed you this road.
Yeah, if I showed you a shortcut.
Don't dare go on it.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm sure this is maybe somehow how the conversation.
If I used to
between-
hold your hand like this, don't let your new boyfriend hold your hand
You're
like this.
mad. You're
Wow.
absolutely crazy.
I think this is
Calvin,
one of the
you need to talk to
conversations.
someone, bro.
This is one of the conversations I think Jada had with Will. With not being impressed with the slap, you know, we called it on the. I told you, Jada
We
was
saw
not
it coming, yeah.
Yes, so reports have come. I'm sorry, I know y'all are tired of hearing about the slap
gonna
and
talk
whatnot,
about it.
but the ripple effect is still gonna go on. And Chris Rock hasn't yet done his special, so we're gonna hear about this for years. Plus,
Bro.
it's already in rap music now, so
Yeah.
it's culture. Getting Chris rocked is a verb now.
Yeah.
You know, it's a
Damn.
doing word.
You know-
So as we continue on that, so reports did come out, if you don't know that, an insider said that Jada might have not been, you know, the
Impressed.
most impressed with the slap, because now Will Smith's movies are being put on hold with
Yeah.
Netflix, and Bad Boys 4 now we know was gonna come out, and we didn't know about that, but it's been put on hold. So the ripple effect of
but
that.
they have no problem with Bad
Yeah,
Boy
I'm
4
I'm
on
also
oh,
okay
yeah,
with
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like them
We're
niggas is
good.
old.
Yeah, we
They're
okay.
pushing
So
it.
you know that whole situation. How do you all feel? Because now Will Smith will have to resurrect Tupac. Because
Or
That's
something.
the only
I
way
don't
she's gonna
see
be
how he's gonna
happy.
talk.
She's like, oh, boo boo.
I don't know.
No, but I think the only way is up for Will Smith. Cause of course we all knew that Jada was not going to be impressed by that. We knew she wasn't impressed by that. Deep down, she might have gone like, damn, I love it that my man stood up for me, but it didn't have to go there. Everybody knew that for a fact. So we are
By
not
the way,
surprised,
fuck
bro.
this story. By the
We're not
way, this is
surprised
not a
by
Jada
this.
situation. This is all the babes out there, man.
No.
Haven't you ever gotten into a club fight?
Never,
Whether
Calvin.
you vunjada a homie, then baby's just like, kumbe, this homie had done something to your babe. Me, I'm talking about
Someone ran out of the
2010.
room in the
Me, I'm
bathroom.
talking about 2010. We started a fight one time at Sherlock's Den. This is 2010. Man, someone was stabbed with a biro. You know biro, like
okay,
fucking
Rick,
biro over here.
damn.
Yeah, like one of those pedo thingies. Bah, someone was stabbed. Man, we fucking started a fight and everything. Guys got pounded left, right? And then one of those babes is like, you'd have really just talked about it. We're like, what the fuck?
It's
But
because
yeah.
of you? Were you
Yeah.
fighting because of her?
No, because her shoe was stepped on, not me.
whoa.
You've
Okay,
been around my
that's
relatives.
dramatic, yeah.
Yeah. You've been around my
Yeah,
relatives.
innit?
You get.
That is dramatic.
Her shoe was stepped on. She's like, oh, what started running her mouth, right? Oh, what? Her and the other girls try to get into it, right? We intervene. Boom. Homies get pound each other, right? Then they're now like, why did you have to fight? Who the fuck started it in the
Hear
first
me out,
fucking
hear
place?
me out.
You guys saw Will Smith laugh. And then Hashi was just like, oh,
Roll the eyes. Hear me out. This very situation, and forgive me for drawing this correlation, but it still applies.
yeah.
When you're in the bedroom and Shorty goes like, I don't want you to wear a condom. Right? In that very moment, you're like, what? You don't want me to strap up? But then, say you don't strap up and
She
I
gets
mean,
pregnant.
No, say she doesn't, right? But immediately after, she gets paranoid. And she goes like,
I don't know. I
Why
have
did
safe
you?
sex, though.
Why did you? Why
Let
did you do
that
this?
happen,
Yeah.
okay.
To say this, yeah.
Hey, you've
At
really
certain-
put it nicely. I like it.
What do you mean? You can't use the word put
No,
it
No,
nicely.
usually, no.
Use other words, man. You can't say put it nicely when we're talking about condoms and putting it in. You've really
Nah,
put
it's because
There's
ladies and
say no
gentlemen,
homoception.
ladies and gentlemen, here's where we draw a comparison. Because if
oh damn.
Joe,
imemwagika.
Do you want to put it back nicely? Never put it back nicely. You're not putting it in. So you see, what I'm trying to say is this, and
No,
finish your
so
point,
to,
right?
to say this, yeah, at certain points, and I could be wrong, I stand very corrected, but when most women get emotional, whether it's either extremes, whether it's the good side, the bad side, happiness,
Yeah.
sadness, anger, and all that, she might say something in the spur of the moment because maybe deep down, she'd want that to happen. Not that she really wants it to happen, because once it manifests and people start getting hurt, she doesn't want to see that anymore because she realizes that this is what actually happens if this goes down. So she goes like, damn, we'd have talked about it. Because I saw a video online the other day. There's a group of people who are walking, and there was a guy who was with his shorty, like two couples, and some other guys were trying to holler at shorty from the car. We've seen this happen every other day. And then shorty looks at the guy, the boyfriend, and goes like, are you gonna let him talk to me like that while you're here? Bro, we just got here, we're just walking. Now, because you've been catcalled, you think that it's disrespectful that it's happened. And now the guy felt that pressure, and the babe was, inciting. Do you know what happened?
What?
Homie went to the car, started raising his voice, and got shot.
Oh shit. I mean,
Yeah.
What's the
ladies.
moral of this story?
I
I know it's such a
mean-
sad ending. I didn't want it to end here, pause.
Damn.
But to say this, it's also okay not to.
So she's like, I wish I wouldn't have.
Yeah, like, she was in regret, like, damn. It didn't have to get there, bro. Cause,
Okay.
let me tell you something. The guy in the car, he was cool. He was calm. Because all he wanted to do was just holler at the shorty. But this guy was like,
No.
and then boom, boom, boom.
I get what you're saying, but I think did she want, what was the intention for him to go and be like, yo, don't talk to her like that, fuck off, you're blah blah.
Yes.
Just be like, hey, that's disrespectful. I'd appreciate it if you don't talk to my babe like that.
How about we don't talk to that guy at all and we
No,
keep walking?
listen, if you're calling me, I have all the right to tell you off. Cause it's true, I have all the right to
it's
tell
Take
you
a
off.
volume.
Yeah.
Ongeza.
Because listen, it's very disrespectful, and from a girl's point of view, you don't know how a babe feels. Like all kinds of emotions come up. What is this guy gonna do to me if he decides to? Will the words turn into action? Etc. etc. That's why if a man is next to you, I'd appreciate if my man goes like, "Hey, don't disrespect my babe."
Okay, let's
Don't
let's
do
put it like this.
That's all cool.
No.
Why
Hold
the
on,
guy
Nev.
still removes
So,
his gun and shoots your guy.
Nev.
Why you don't shout at the guy?
Reverse. No, what I'm trying to say is this. So we're walking
too
together.
late.
We're walking together. And Andy goes like, cut, whistles, right?
I'd be like, fuck you.
Right?
You can be like, hey, don't disrespect my babe.
No, like what happens if I just mug this nigga? Mug Andy and I'm just like, and we keep it moving.
Yeah. What's
Like,
wrong? Why do we have to engage
really
this
need?
guy in the first
Do I really
place?
need to fucking bring out the nuclear bombs?
Don't bring out the nuclear.
Calvin has got the big
Just
boys.
make it clear.
Don't make Calvin bring out the big boys.
You know, like what am I?
Violence
Like,
is don't
cause
do
what I'm
that.
trying to
Never
say is
the
this,
answer,
right?
guys.
What I'm trying to
Violence
fucking
is-
say is this.
Yes.
What
It
I'm trying to
isn't.
say is this. There's actually no fucking manual. You don't know how this
Things are gonna
situation
go.
will escalate.
Yeah.
Like, how was that guy supposed to know that guy has a gun?
Imagine.
You get.
You
And
never
also,
know.
how is this babe gonna be like, oh shit, I didn't want you to shoot my boyfriend? You get?
That's
But he
yeah,
stepped
fucked
up.
Yeah, so
You
it's
walked
a
in.
very fucked up situation.
Then again,
Like,
for infrastructure
listen,
in the house,
listen. If we're in,
bullets,
if,
bro.
if we're in like fucking Dandora, sorry to
Yeah,
use this,
violence
and
can
we're walking
happen
down over
anywhere.
there, it can happen anywhere. And bro, someone whistles at you. Listen, let's keep it moving. I'm with you. I'm protecting you. We're keeping it moving. I am
You're
not
not gonna
engaged.
min-mug the guy?
I am not min-mugging no one in fucking Dandora.
And give him the satisfaction that he's made me feel some type of way because he's cut.
Yo,
I need you.
I mean,
to also realize that.
mug that guy and he just calls me Weetabix.
Exactly. See.
Or he throws a
Oh,
bottle.
Sarah.
Hey, wait.
You know, it's just
I'm not doing
beyond.
that
It's
shit,
beyond
man.
the physical him catcalling you. It's also a move to the homie, like. I'm calling out your woman in front of you. What are you
Do
gonna do
something.
about it? We also have to fight that war,
Guys,
and
being
not
the
pay
tough
attention
guy,
to that.
Being the tough guy is never. I remember when we were growing
I
up.
thought if you were gonna say being the tough guy I am.
Oh no!
Tell them.
I sincerely thought that was the angle you were about to deploy.
But I was just saying, as growing up, you always want to be the first body. You always want to be the guy who can defend himself and maybe can defend the people around. You've heard stories of people, you know, people around you who can fight, who can get weighted, nini. But sometimes it's also just good to be the guy who doesn't take it there, even though you could take it there.
Now that's a bad man.
Don't take
Someone
it
who can do
there.
something but doesn't do something. That's the bad man.
Yeah, because for me, I feel as if, yes, we can be all tough as men, and we always want to prove it once or twice. We've had so many stories of stuff that hasn't gone that way. What if you're there, you know, you've chochad your boy, he's been beaten, now you'll have to go to OC. He has no eyes, he can't see your beauty no more. Imagine, just because of a small party or a drink has been
That
near.
story is too fresh, bro.
Hey, kijana ana macho moja. Hey, protection.
But let me say this, like, I agree, violence
Hey,
is
let's
not-
go to Nakuru, man. You're one down, bro.
I was there. I got the whole...
What happened?
How did I get here?
Don't,
Listen.
if that happens, they can
I'm
call you
saying-
Roga.
I'm saying violence is
Oh,
not the
man.
answer.
Yeah,
I
never the
understand
answer,
that.
yeah.
But sometimes you just have to say something, and not in a disrespectful way.
Yeah.
Just make sure you make sure make sure you let them know that, hey, we're not disrespecting each other here.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. I'm not saying shout at this guys. No, don't punch.
You know,
these
here's the
niggas.
thing. Here's
Just
the thing.
be like, hey, I don't appreciate that. Please,
Nah,
let's not.
Bro.
nigga, just walk. Don't even pay attention.
I'm fine for myself.
I'd rather you argue with your babe later on, but you'll all be in one piece.
Yeah,
Than,
nobody's in the
I
room.
than her feeling sad and then you are lying in the hospital
Calling
bed
someone's
in a
mom.
pulp,
I won't.
being
I
fed
won't,
through a tube, bro.
I won't let anybody, hurt you. I'm gonna be
How?
like, stop
Actually,
it.
You got
Why?
pushed
'Cause
the
I'm
other
a
day when niggas was
lady.
fighting, and you're like, don't push me. They asked you why.
I'm a lady.
You had to give niggas a reason not to beat you up. What makes you
wasn't
think
gonna
they're
beat
gonna
me
spare you
up.
this time round, bro?
Allegedly.
God forbid.
Ashley
I
should,
never
You can
Ashley,
never-
Ashley
you
should
can
have
never
been in
lay
the
your
mix
hands on a
band.
woman.
I wasn't there.
Never.
What do you mean?
So Grouchy
Not
was the
the
only one who
fighting.
was not in the mix.
Yo,
Actually, how you gonna stand up for your nigga who's been beat up, man?
Yani Grouchy was the only one.
Saving the good company. Actually, you're saving the good company, eh? Our talent.
Oh, so Wanyama was in this fight. Otis was in this fight. You were in this fight.
wasn't in it.
Grouchy, let me find out. So Grouchy was in the and shout out to Brian. Brian was driving. Brian, if you're wondering what we're talking about, make sure you listen. 2 weeks ago, right? The podcast, the minisode is called Fight Club. So that's the backstory. So let me ask you guys this: did Grouchy just press the window down those ones for?
No, let me tell
Achaleni
you.
na wao.
Can I give you my version of the story?
Yes.
It's pretty similar.
I hope you will not damage anybody's brand.
No. Name's already said.
It's too late.
This is what had happened. I used to walk at the club. We're easy. Me, I'm sitting bitch. I'm in between Wanyama and Otis. Cool. Grouchy is in front. Brian is there. Cool. Someone hits the car. Brian puts down the window and is just like, "Hi, bro. Why you hitting
And he's
the
a very
car?"
chill. Brian's a very chill
He
guy.
was very easy. So, what is Chomokaz? I'm like, oh.
Allah.
I turned. Wait, no, he Chomokaz. I'm like, oh.
The Power Rangers were meeting up. Ashley, you missed out on the call.
I like duck. I'm like, looking. Next thing I see, it's Wanyama. I'm like, what the hell is Wanyama doing there? Them punches start flying. I go like, oh shit.
World star.
Gaslighter.
So
Did you look for your phone first?
No.
Oh.
So that's
You
when
failed
I
that,
should
Ashley.
have. Anyway, that's when Grouchy walks out. But Grouchy was calm, got out. I walked out as well, and I was just like, oh, don't. So I turned back. I'm seeing Grouchy just standing there. He was assessing the situation.
Let his niggas get
Yeah, in my
Commando.
head.
You know the way you have to fight.
Grouchy should have been in there,
You know the
but
way in a karate movie you have to fight the minions and the boss level, Grouchy.
head honcho.
In my head, I'm thinking I probably should be standing with Grouchy. What am I doing here? I'm a whole woman and I'm trying to get involved in a fight with like
Classy
10,000 niggas.
Yeah.
I'm like, anyway, so I see, hey, this story down here cannot be saved. So I go to where.
so who's
Otis
getting the
is.
beat down on the floor?
Where?
Wanyama. Oh,
Wanyama.
listen. So
Wanyama.
hold up. This is a hold tight.
What he's gonna
This
do?
is a perfect interlude, right? So Wanyama was getting the beat down. Guess what? He's gonna be in the mix. He rules out. He's gonna be beating you down.
This is my version of events, seeing as G gave his mine
The
and
censored
Grouchy.
version.
Yeah.
So I look on the left and someone else is being whooped. So I'm just like, okay.
Name names.
up.
No,
Only
there's
other
nothing
one
that's been altered.
There's only one other person. Brian had already gone back to the car. Grouchy is standing over there. I'm sorry, boo, Otis. So
Oh,
I'm standing there. I'm like, okay. So I go and I'm like, okay,
6'6"
going
Otis.
to the car. Then they start trying to. I'm like, what the hell? So I tell the guy stop, and he goes like, so he pushes me, and I'm like, don't push me. And he's like, why? And I'm like, cause I'm a lady.
Why? Why shouldn't I be?
wow.
No, let me tell you. So many things went through my mind. I was just like,
Damn.
maybe I should tell him, fuck you. What do you think? And I'm like, this small.
This is
Face
not
like
this is not B&D.
It's not it.
Hey.
Nobody's about to come save
So
me.
it's safe
your
to
crew
say.
is down
Thank you very much
do not
for.
condone violence.
We
of
don't.
any kind.
Yo, thank you very
don't,
much for
we
putting
don't.
that out,
Story has
right?
carried on for 2
So,
weeks. I cannot
what
believe
we're
it.
also getting is this, right? So, of course, make sure you check in. Wanyama's going to be in the mix tonight. Make sure you watch that.
Also,
ZJ Heno. But
G's version.
what is
of the
actually
story.
interesting is this, right? So imagine both of your stories is this. So Otis was bitten into a memory lapse. Because apparently he didn't remember at breakfast.
G gave the whole story. I see you, G. I see
Okay.
you.
Why you gonna beat that guy, bro?
Someone like this.
You don't beat a man when he's down. He's down.
No.
First hand.
You don't beat him when he's down.
Okay.
I'm not in
I've
pain,
been
so
trying to
I got
get this
nothing.
version. Okay. Sour.
Anyway, listen. Point is, we don't condone violence. Everything happened so fast. I can't say what was what. Anyway, I understand where you guys are coming from because that's what happens
yeah.
when someone talks.
Don't get someone
it
beat up.
pays
Yeah.
to just ignore and walk.
But
Yeah,
at the
man.
same
You know,
time,
I'll tell you
don't
guys this, right?
disrespect women
Listen.
or anybody
Yes.
else.
All of
Amen.
this like martial arts guys, kickboxing, what. Those guys train and they
yeah.
don't post it on Instagram. So you don't know who is who. Those black belt motherfuckers don't be over here.
waiting
Yeah,
to
you
be
get they're
stepped on
not
in the club.
like black belt guys are just chill.
Relax.
You get
Yeah.
they're just you never know.
Those are the dangerous ones. Don't
Yeah.
We
fuck
need
with
to
those
get to open
niggas.
mic because how this podcast is going.
Don't fuck with the
We
common.
didn't even ask about Jimani or not even. Okay, it's fine.
G.
I'm replacing G today. I mean,
It's too late to introduce, but yeah, we have Ashley on set.
Ashley's
'cause
back.
Yeah, man. So straight into open mic.
Damn. Oh, I wanted to just add a bit of salt, but it's fine.
Add it.
Add.
I add.
Yes.
Let's say I have your debt.
Hey,
Niko na deni yako, and you come up to fight me because of your money, and I whoop you. In my book, the debt is over. What are you all saying?
Damn.
If
Nigga, how did you
no,
think even about this?
No, it's because I'm just trying to think of many.
Why are we fighting now?
Because you know the way someone can be angry that I haven't paid you back your money. Niko na deni yako, Andy.
Oh, so you get mad.
So you get mad, you
you're not paying
confront me. Let's
yeah.
say you found me in the club, I'm popping moe, and you confront me, and I
Yeah.
whoop you.
I tried, nigga. Why you popping more end? You have my money. I tried, nigga.
That's what you call a conundrum.
conundrum.
Nigga, I tried.
But
Bro,
according to me, deni imeisha.
No,
I'll
try fight
You're
you
the one
again,
who's been
bro.
whooped.
Yes. Actually, let me put it in these terms. Actually, you know.
so
we're
you
just-
owe me money and I've pounded you.
Yes.
So
Debt
to him,
over.
Oh, hell no.
and you're mad.
No.
I fight you again.
Oh,
Yeah,
at your
you're
found you in the
mad.
club, you owe me money, I've
And he's
pounded
popping
you,
moe.
and he's got moe.
he's
I'm
popping
taking
moe.
your moe banner, and I want my money.
I swear I'll pour that champagne,
How is
bro.
your dad
I'll
You're
pour
like
the
getting
boy.
it. You're like getting it wrong. All I'm saying is
It's the other way around.
The other way around. If I whoop you and I have your debt.
That is so fucking disrespectful.
Now you have
Call
to
the
apologize
fucking police.
and you have to pay my money.
No.
According to me, the debt is over.
I don't
no
care.
matter the amount it was.
What
Because
is
you
this?
whooped him into.
Because I whooped you. Because you were coming to us for your
What do you
mind.
think?
So Neville, are you telling me
What-
that
what do you think
you'd
this is?
intentionally stay with someone's money, get them vexed to a point where they'll come fight you, beat them up, and then beat their ass, still have their
And you'll be
money,
like, "Cheers,
and not pay
go
them
good."
back?
let me
I like
ask
this business.
I think
Nev,
that's what
I feel like
should do.
Nev, I feel like that scenario is something that is in the virtual world,
Yeah,
like the
metaverse.
metaverse, because that shit ain't happening. Bro, until you try and beat me and you owe me money. Oh, hell no. Police.
And then
You know
in the-
that meme that usually had to that uncle with the glasses? I am calling the motherfucking police. I don't fucking care. That's disrespectful.
It is, man.
So that's a good segue into open mic. Yes, let's just get into some of them. Some of them are personal, some of them are general. I'll start with the general one. Guys, it's a tough time in Kenya right now. I love your podcast. You'll get me through a lot of things. I'm going to hide identity, of course. But I'd like you all to tell us some advice on some saving tips and the best strategy for a young man to save his income. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. I'm sure you'll have saved once or twice before the splurging.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are some of maybe the strategies? Because
You
I know I
save-
hate temptation.
Yeah.
Like I know I like some restaurants, so I keep away. Because manze, you don't wanna tell. Because I'm that guy, you like fine things. You
Yo,
know?
Neville has such expensive
stop it.
taste.
I love
So
it.
you keep away from those temptations. That's my take on it. How do you guys feel about saving some of the income that you have right now in these tough times?
Stay away from women.
Wow.
Stay away from women if you want to save some money. Fellas, I have a pro tip for you. If you feel like doing something for her, do it for your mom first. And then if you still want to do it for her, then you can go and do it for her. That's how you're going to save some money.
Okay.
Otherwise, earn and don't spend. It's as simple as that.
Right. I'd say everything you get, put away a certain percentage first. Like, don't spend it on anything first. Immediately it hits your account, your M-Pesa, put it aside, and it's really gonna help.
Aside ni wapi, Jumbo Junior ile stuff ama
Yo,
aside
put it
ni
in your
wapi?
piggy bank. But no, your savings account, if it's even like Mshwari, the locked whatever savings side, do that. Like, it really helps. Even if it's a G5 sock, the smaller, the bigger it becomes. Like, you'll realize if you save small on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis, like at the end of it, you'll be shocked.
Kavu, nasema aje?
Budgeting, man. Budgeting is very, very important. So, of course, you always have to look at, so how much are you earning? How much do you need to survive? How much can you tuck away? You get? And also, remember, this is a conversation that you're having with yourself. You need to make sure that you actually keep yourself brutally honest. You just need to save, right? But I think one of the best things is this. All of these Sakos and what guys are in,
And chamas
those are very,
also.
very good, right?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be one of those things where for you to get your money out, it takes a bit of time, right?
Yep,
Instead of you having it like on Mshwari, where Mshwari is dope, by the way. Shout out to Mshwari, right? But you just need to have those, what are they called? Stop-gap measures
Yeah.
to make sure that you're not just reacting. So it's just one of those things. But here's the thing, financial inclusion is a journey, right? So you will fuck up at some point, but as you progress in financial inclusion, you will learn.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. I'm liking some of those responses. I mean, they sound so mature. Damn. You're stuck on an island for a year. Who is one person in the room that you're taking with you?
Huh?
That's a good question.
That's a
Human
very
is
good
out,
question.
obviously.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anybody in the room. So you're gonna be stuck on an island, a Squid Game, whatnot, and you take one person with you. Who you going
Yes,
with?
Neville.
Hey, Mimi. And Ashley.
Hey.
Ashley always on my side.
Why?
I
Why
know,
Ashley?
boo. I
Why
know.
I feel as if I can cook her quick.
We all know.
Hey, Ashley, you're Mugubu, you're sticky. Thick ties save lives.
Literally.
Literally.
Oh,
Thick ties
wow.
save the life.
This nigga's just trying to eat
but
me,
I
huh?
don't appreciate me on this podcast. I'm throwing them. Steph Curry.
I'm
Anyway.
done.
We're stuck on an island.
Yeah.
That was a mid-range shot first of
Ah,
all.
wacha.
But okay.
That was on the buzzer.
And it was a Hail Mary.
Damn
Okay, that's
time.
fine. There was a lot of time left on the clock.
Interesting.
But-
That's a very good question. So
Yeah.
we're stuck on an island
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can take
for 1 year.
for 1 year.
And you can only pick one person in this room.
Ashley,
That includes
Andy.
the crew, right?
Yes, in the room.
I wasn't
Otis,
gonna
yeah.
pick any of them, but
Damn.
no, I'm picking Austin. Would I do with Austin day in day out? Otis, I mean, I'm not,
If the other tribesmen and you'll have to fight, it's going down.
yeah, and Hillary, I don't know Hillary well enough. I'm just going out to Hillary. For me, maybe if there was a basketball court, yeah, me and him could use one, but it's an island, bro. So no offense to the crew, I love the crew.
I'd get whoever's best at swimming.
Wow.
We're stuck
No,
on
you
an
have to
island.
pick one.
Pick
so that's
one.
Neville.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know whether
Neville,
I know.
are you
And
going to
Andy,
hold
Andy,
it?
are you a good swimmer?
Sorry.
Are you a good swimmer?
In the oh, sorry.
Yeah, because here's the thing.
Why is
I'm
she
not
asking
as.
me?
Are you? Because I don't know.
I'm a great ass swimmer.
Really?
I used to be a AAA, honey.
Oh, okay, boss. There
Used
you
to.
go.
What happened,
'Cause-
Ashley?
But now, no,
Still there.
but here's the thing. Like, are you good at fishing?
Yeah.
These niggas, yeah.
I mean, I got a lot of them in my
No,
pond.
actually, I bring Ashley because
wait,
Ashley she can swim. I could probably help with the swimming.
Actually,
no,
they're
I
picking you
can't
'cause
fucking swim.
They can't have sex with niggas. That's why they're picking
Oh
you.
wow!
They're
No.
just being polite
I
about
just
this.
think I'm very efficient in
Damn.
life.
So
I'm
I'll put it. I'm picking Neville.
Reason?
I'm picking Neville. The
Reason?
reason why they're picking you, it's like walking with a sugarcane stick in the desert.
Andy,
Wow.
listen.
Why are you picking Nev?
I'm picking Nev cause me and this nigga, we can do so much without having
Appreciate.
to even say anything, without having to communicate a lot. Like our telepathy game is on point, and our survival skills, knowing
notch.
where we both have been from, Ashley. There's some things I know you cannot survive
Like
for sure.
what?
844.
Kama kuna matawi
You did
pia.
not survive 844. So you cannot survive 1 year in an island. That I know for a fact.
Yeah, in the comment section, let us know, man.
Yo,
Comment.
I have never seen a relationship about weed. I mean, sorry. Painted any better.
but man-
Like actually, man said there are
wasn't-
things we've been through.
We connect.
Listen, it's called it's the joint. Yo,
That's what I was in love.
Andy be looking at Nev like,
It's time.
you know that look for? Are you high, nigga?
You don't look like you just
Bro, nigga trying to
Oh my
complicate
God, I
these
love
things
it.
we've been through this together. Yo, it's just this.
inaitwa foreplay. Lazima uibatarap kidogo.
Man was
I love it. Love it.
Ashley, you don't get it.
not
The
me.
things we've been through.
It's not me. It's them.
Yeah, so let's keep it pushing. There's one here. What are some of y'all's toxic traits, and how do you deal with toxic traits around the workplace? Maliza na hii serious one. Maliza
a
with
good
this
one.
serious one. Who's finna
Ladies.
be the first one on the dance
Damn.
floor?
Is this specifically at work?
First utatuambia toxic trait yako,
Damn.
and then
No,
you'll let us
usidanganye
know
juu.
how you may maneuver around toxic.
Tunajua.
I'm not
traits.
toxic.
No, but you have a trait or two.
My toxic trait, I think ghosting. I'm very bad with communication, so not even just like mandems, even like friends that I
Boy.
know. Yeah, that's my hands down toxic trait. I love communication, but I'm really bad at it. How do
It's
I
the
deal with
irony
it?
of life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have very good relationships where people actually reach out to me, so that helps. Don't call me, just text me. That helps as well.
True, anxiety, mad.
Yeah, like if I don't pick up your phone call, just know I'm gonna text you. That's how I deal with it.
Okay, and toxic traits in the work environment. How do you like maneuver that thing?
Damn, I go for a walk, cause hey, we're not trying to. I don't want to talk bad to nobody at work.
She will
I
though.
don't.
Trust,
Yeah,
she will.
if need be, you
She
pull
gonna
it
do
out
it.
one
I
time.
never done it.
She gonna
But
do
yeah,
it.
I walk away, take a walk, cool off. You know, just make sure I don't affect anybody.
Andy, toxic trait, and how you deal with toxic trait in the work environment. Let's go.
My toxic trait is I'm too nice. I create boundaries to go. No, for real. Like it's a thing. It's a thing. No, for real. Like Ashley is one of the people who really helped me like draw boundaries
Okay,
because I can be too nice and it affects me and I end up complaining like, damn, why is this happening to me? But I'm the one who allowed it to happen.
I'll let you get away with it.
No,
On the mics are open.
I'll let you get away with this one because it's okay. At the workplace, I have to eat it up, sadly, because I can't run away from it. I'm on air for like 5 hours. Napeleka wapi. I can't put out that negativity to my audience. I can't let them know that I'm having a bad day because maybe they're having a bad day and that's why they're there.
Yeah.
So if you're having a bad day, me, I'm having a bad day, who is helping who?
One needs to help the other.
Yeah. So at the workplace, I just eat it up. I listen to music that, just lifts my spirits and watch a lot of funny videos.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Mandem hasn't been in the workplace for a while, but I can still answer it.
Now that's a good joke.
Yeah.
Now that's a good joke.
I had to throw it there before. You can see I've been thinking about it. Yeah. So sometimes you have
Before,
to do the joke before and then get to it. But yeah, for me, sometimes because I'm passionate about some things, especially in our field, I'm the confrontational type towards toxic traits in the work environment. I'm usually just trying to figure out nini ni utiaji. You understand? That's my type of way. But I realize that is not the way sometimes because people don't take. Not everybody was brought up like me. Like mundu kumundu, like head to head type of thing.
For once.
I know that lawyer thing.
I'm waiting for the camera.
But yeah, so for me personally, as it's crazy, but I hate suppressing it. Just as Andy said, because that's how. You're told that's how like you're brought up. Even at home, you don't say everything that, goes around, So sometimes you learn how to live with them, which is a toxic trait in itself. But personally, kishashi kwa bai.
Wow.
But yeah,
Ultimately.
toxic trait, I cut people off easily. I don't give second chances. It's just one time. Meow.
Feel you.
Imeisha.
Say meow.
You could have picked any other sound.
So the workplace, right? Workplace is one of those things where you happen to spend a lot of time at, depending on, but you're there every single day, right?
The nature of your job
Yeah.
also, yeah.
At times you probably are not seeing your significant other as much as you spend time in the office. I feel like the office is one of those things where you have to establish that we're here to grind, eh? What you do might affect my output, right?
Yep.
So I feel like at times it's worth it to be an asshole. You get? Like you just have to be like, bro, listen, by the way, it is what it is. So it's an interesting place, but at the same time, it's interesting that, you go to school and you study something called organizational behavior, but it's good to also have emotional intelligence to know, should I not? You get? So you will figure it out. Some places are just breezy, some places are just fucking rough. You get? My toxic trait, at times I can just switch off.
Disconnect.
Yeah. I can just up volume. Yeah, I'd like to imagine, it's like, guys who work in, when you're on Jogo Road, and there's that whole artisan thing, and they're banging all day.
The Jokali artisans. Yeah.
When they go home and their wives are like complaining, they just turn that shit back up. They can hear that noise. They're not hearing that
You
shit.
tune out and tune into a different frequency.
Yeah, so I'll just be like,
That's what niggas do when
get
babes
that.
talk too much. By
Yeah,
the way.
True.
We
Just
can
switch
tune out
off
of
your
that
energy.
frequency, we turn on another frequency.
You're just thinking of, Simon.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I'm getting a text here from Jimani. He's saying, for him, when he has toxic people in the environment, he goes on vacation. And toxic Twitter is spending money. Thank you, guys. The mics are open.
Yeah, man. There we go. The mics are open. Episode 154. Was it?
155, yeah.
154? 154, is it? Yeah, man, another one. So make sure you like, subscribe, and of course, I want you guys to do this, right? So this weekend, make sure that you introduce our Instagram handle to as many people as, people as you know, right? Because, man, we're trying to get as much interaction as we get ready for the live that we're about to do. So, share it with all of your people. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Adios.
Your name has been.
Oh, my name?
But plus I don't come
No,
back.
you know when she said that, I was like, yeah, Big C.
I Ash Money.
Yes,
That's all I want.
Wow.
She's setting herself up.
You get it? Like when Calvin is away, it's
Oh, wow.
A. When G is away,
Okay.
it's Ash
Yo,
Money.
ni ubombo wall.
Ni buombo clear.